All right, so now we can begin the editing process, and this always, depends on the person. Different people prefer, to edit in different ways. So I'll show you how I edit music videos. I usually start with just the performances. I'll pick out, the best moments that I like, and just worry about the performances themselves. And then once I have, the whole, performance for the whole song edited, then on top of that, I'll layer in just the shots for the story, and I'll adjust the length of those so that they kind of again match the pace and the length of the song. For this beginning section, I'm just going to use the Dalia Fernandez music video Tomorrow Tonight, since it's really going to be identical, with all the other music videos.
Okay, so we'll take one of the regular footage that we have, the performances. So maybe this one here. This is how it looks. Okay, and we'll create a sequence for it. So you can just drag it into here, into a new item. And what that does is it basically creates a timeline that is going to be called the same as your video clip, and it's going to have all the same basically settings for the resolution, the frame rate, as the clip that you just dragged in there. So it's basically going to be, you'll be editing the footage at its native settings. So it's exactly what you want. I'll just right click up here, go rename, and I'll click it, maybe name it performance 1. So and once I have this sequence here, what I'll also go is I'll go to our audio here, audio beep tone, and this is our just the beep tone with all the audio. So I'll just go Control A to select everything, and then Control C to copy it. So we copied it, and now we'll go to here to performance 1, and basically what I want to do is I want to paste this so I can actually delete this video that we have already here, and I want to paste that audio clip into here. So just go right to the beginning of my timeline and go Control V to paste it. So here we have our audio, and then next thing I'll do is here in the clip I want to find basically that last beep, that very distinctive beep right before the song starts. So let's go here to the beginning. So there it is, and I'll just go use my cursor, my left and right cursor, arrow keys I mean, and I'll just find it. So I'm gonna go to right. So that's exactly the frame where the beep starts. So okay, and then instead of grabbing the whole clip, if you just grab the whole thing, you'll drag both the audio and the video, as you can see there. I just want to drag just the video, so here grab just the video, and we'll just align it so it matches that last beep. Now when you play it back, it should match the video should match the original song.
I've been waiting for a rainbow to show itself.
And as you can see, it works. And now what for example we'll do is we'll go to the other clips, because I have a few different versions of this performance. For example, I think we do. So that's one take, then here we had another take. Let's say for example I want to, I'm not going to worry about the other take in that same location, but I'll take, let's say, this one here by the fireplace.
Roll camera.
Roll it.
Playback. And action.
Okay, so that last beep again will go. So here's where that beep starts. But as you can see, as you can hear here, I made a mistake. See, while we're filming, I said I was talking over the beeps, and that's one thing you want to make sure is that it's quiet on set and nobody's talking while those beeps are going. So you can you can hear it. Now, because we don't know exactly which frame that last beep starts, that's the reason why I have a few different beeps that I add at the beginning, and I'll basically match it. I can match it to any of the other beeps. So let's see if the one beep before that is clear.
And
Yeah. So here's that. We'll look for that one beep before it. So there, we'll cut it and then we'll drag it over and match it to the beep before that. Now again, let's play it back and see whether it matches the audio.
I've been waiting for the light at the end of the tunnel.
And as you can see, it matches perfectly. So what I'll do is I'll put basically, like, you know, a few more of the performances that I did up here. So let's see, one more from the bedroom we have here. Again, the same process. You look for that beep.
Rolling.
and playback and action.
There, and that's the last beep. So I'll just drag the audio, the video, and just align it to the last beep. And then let's see, do we have one more performance? Yes, here we have one more performance. I'll do the same thing, just align it here. Okay, so now we have 4 different performances, and the thing is, I will tell you to put only 4 maximum per each of these performance timelines, and I'll show you why in a bit. So we have here performance 1, and now what we'll do is we'll take create another sequence. So we can just drag just any of these clips because we want to have the same settings. So let's see, drag it into here, new item, and we'll name this, for example, edit 1, and then afterwards you can duplicate the sequence and name it edit 2, edit 3, again sequentially. We can go into this timeline, we have this clip, we can delete it. We can again go to the audio and beep tone, select everything, go copy, and then here we'll Control V to paste it. Again, like the audio. And now here's the cool part. You take this performance timeline that we have and this sequence, and we'll basically drag it here into this sequence. So we're dragging one sequence over the other. Now you know that this thing will basically match. If you go right to the beginning, that the audio will match exactly, because it's, you know, the exact same, you know, 4 beeps and then the song starts. So it's exactly as you can see here in the performance 1. So what we can do in a way is we can right click on it, go unlink to separate the video from the audio, select the audio because we don't need 2 different audios, and let's say, you know, we'll just start this clip somewhere here. And now what happens is, within this one video clip, kind of, you can treat it as now, you'll know that inside it you actually have 4 different performances. So what you can do is you can right click here, go multi-camera, enable, and now you'll be able to switch between one performance and another. So here's how it's going to work. So let's say we want to start off with a performance where she's on the couch. So we'll just go here, right click on it, go multi-camera, and go camera 4. That's the last one, because when you go to performance 1 timeline, you'll see that on video 4, that's where we have this this video clip. So we'll start off the video with that, for example. And maybe, let's say at this point we want to cut and we want to switch to another performance. So we'll right click again, go multi-camera, and maybe switch to performance, let's say 3. So what's going to happen now is when you play it, it'll switch automatically. Now another even cooler thing that you can do is you can edit the stuff in real time. You go to Window, Multi-Camera Monitor. We'll open it here for you, and I'll just extend it so we can see it better. And you can see these are our 4, you know, camera, you know, or 4 video feeds that we have in that timeline. and here's the actual, this is the actual project here that we see. So when we go back, for example, you'll see it's going to switch here from one clip to the other. And while you're playing in back in real time, you can basically click on each one of these windows here, here, and here with your mouse, or you can click on your numeric pad. You can click 1, 2, 3, and 4. This would be 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and you can in real time basically edit. So let's say we'll go to the beginning again, and as you'll notice down here below, it's going to automatically be making those cuts for you. So you can click here, record, and then go playback. So that was our first cut that we had there. Now let's say we cut to number 1.
I've been waiting for a rainbow to show itself.
Now I cut to here. Now I'll cut to here.
I've been waiting for the light at the end of the tunnel.
Now back to her.
I've been waiting for the sunshine and the rain.
And then I'll cut to the fireplace. And then cut to her. And so that's basically what you can do. And now when you close this, as you'll see, look at all these cuts it made here magically. So it made all these cuts, and if you don't like it, if let's say you made some mistakes, and let's say you decide that this shot actually you don't want it to be this angle, it's very easy to fix it again. Just right click on it, go multi-camera, and you can change it to any of the camera angles. And the same thing with timing. You can grab this, and you can adjust the timing of it if you want to cut it at a slightly earlier point or later. But what's really cool about it this way is that it kind of allows you to edit real time while you're watching the performances and really pick the best performances. So that's kind of what I would do. I would kind of go through the whole video like that and just edit it that way. Anyway, so once you edit all your performances like that for your whole song, and you have it all done, and maybe you'll have, like I said, maybe you'll have 10 different performance shots. So then you would have to create, because the only thing is with this multi-camera editing is the maximum you can have is 4. So 4 cameras, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you would have to basically create another sequence like this. You would call it performance 2, performance 3, and you would put the different clips in there, and then you would put the other performance sequence on let's say video 2 here in your edit 1 timeline. And once you have your performances like that, then that's when I would basically start overlaying on top of that the story element. So again, I'd go to footage, and let's say I want to use the slow motion stuff. So just start with the first sequence here where she goes to the sink. So I get a shot just quickly to her coming up to the sink. And I would just sort of overlay it. Like, let's say I think it's gonna look good here. Just put it here on one of the video here layers there's on top of it. Then let's say I want to get a moment where she stops and looks out the window here. So. And it's just all about picking these little moments. So I'll put it, let's say, here somewhere. Just kind of spread it out. Maybe we'll put this clip in between where we see her actually washing. Put it like somewhere here in the middle. One of these ones here. So there, it's a good take. I'll put it in here. Let's see, do we have any close-ups of her face? So maybe we'll start with a shot like this. So again, it's all about picking these little moments. So and then you just kind of spread it around. You know, listen to the song, obviously, see where it fits, where it doesn't fit. You know, where it feels like you need a shot. Things like that. That's kind of what you're watching out for. And let's see, for example, how this will look.
I've been waiting for rain.
Oh, and here's another thing you gotta watch out for. See, I forgot. The stuff that for example, I shot at 60p is actually the lower resolution. So as you can see, it doesn't fill up all the way to the edges of the screen because we're editing in 1080p, but those slow motion clips are actually shot at 1280 by 720. So what you can do is you can do it individually for each clip, or you can just select all those clips here. We know what are slow motion. Right click on them and go scale to frame size. And as you can see, we'll just nicely fill it in. So let's watch that again.
I've been waiting for a rainbow to show itself. I've been waiting for the light at the end of the tunnel. I've been waiting for the sunshine and the rain. I just want something for the pain. Tell me there's a tomorrow tonight. Tell me I can make it through a new set of obstacles. Tell me I am in it for the fight. Tell me I have a future inside.
And that's kind of how it looks. So, you know, if you like it, and you move on, you edit the rest of the story. If you don't like it, then you start adjusting it. You know, let's say that this one shot here, I thought it was way too long. So, for example, I'll just trim it somewhere here. Grab it, trim it, and that's kind of how it just goes, you know.
Tell me there's a tomorrow.
And the good thing about editing in this way is that you have everything again organized. You know, I'm all about being organized because then, like I said, later on if I have to jump into it and make some changes, it's just easier. So, you know, if we go up here, you know, I know that on video 1, let's say, or on video 2, I have all my performances. And then on video 3 here, I have all my story, let's say, shot, story elements. And it's just easier to kind of thing, like, you know, if I want, let's say, just removed all the story shots, then I can just hide this, even this video track, and we'll just see the performance underneath there. So that's kind of how I edit. Now we just go through the whole song like that. Like I said, I would lay out the whole story on top of that, and then, you know, make sure it all looks good, the timing and everything, and if not, then fix it again, and keep on working that way until you kind of fine-tune your edits.